Hey guys, Nova Bush today and welcome back to the channel, and today we have a Monster Hunter episode. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've talked about Monster Hunter, but we're back and we're going to talk about Monster Hunter 6, and hopefully the game does not do this, but you'll see what I mean when we get into this video. So when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise, I think you remember a lot of people were talking about how they want Monster Hunter to be a game of a service. You know, they need constant updates, we need things coming out all the time. You know, there's no point of new games, we should just keep on upgrading the old game, and so on and so on. And that's kind of how people saw it. They wanted more of like an MMO feel to their games during that period of World, and well, World started that, and now Rise in Rise era as well, and moving on to Monster Hunter 6. And I've always kind of been against that. I don't really want Monster Hunter 6 or Monster Hunter in general to be games of a service per se. And the reason is quite evident. If you've seen recently, a lot of games of service games have been, you know, shutting down. Many of them. Even Fortnite, the biggest games of a service game in history in the world, reported that they were making a loss. They can't support the game's infrastructure anymore because it's just people aren't paying as much as they used to during lockdown. They had to fire a lot of people. I think they had to cut back as well on certain things, and they're probably going to cut back on some of the promotions and stuff they do in the game. And it wasn't just that. So many games and so many studios have been fired and shut down, and teams have just been laid off because of this games of a service type of mentality, where a game needs to be running on forever before it's finished. And it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable, and it seems to be quite evident that it's not sustainable. If the biggest company to do it, Epic, who I don't like, by the way, because of what they did to Unreal Tournament, but that's one other video. Actually, that gave me a video idea now. So what they, you know, if the biggest company can't do it, then who else can do it? And that's just evidence to me that Monster Hunter 6 should not be a games of a service. It definitely should not. Yes, we should get updates like we have been in World and Rise. You know, monthly updates, you know, quarterly updates, you know, and so on, you know, some roadmaps. But we don't need a type of game where, you know, every time we're expecting up, you know, monsters and maps and everything, upgrades and inbuilt stores for all this stuff. Now, I mean, the last one, I doubt people actually want that. Most people don't want that, I don't think. But I don't think that's going to be healthy for the Monster Hunter series in general, and I hope Monster Hunter doesn't lean that way. Definitely when it comes to the microtransactions, because games of service are filled with microtransactions. That's how they can make a lot of the money. They want people to be in their game, so generally they make the game a bit cheaper so people can get into the game more easier. It's more accessible, and then from that point they make up the money from the microtransactions because more people are playing the game. Ideally, more people are willing to spend money on the store, and they will push more on the store. And definitely Rise, they pushed more on the store than they had in World. And World was the start of them pushing the store, and they've continued that into Rise. Now, pushing the store, I don't have anything on a base level or people wanting to monetize their games extra in some certain ways. But when you go into the games of the service route, it kind of makes you feel like you need to do it to extreme, because you need to cover your money, you need to cover the payroll of these people constantly working on the same game for months and years. And I don't really want to see that. I don't think most people don't want to see that. They don't want to see those repercussions that comes with a games of service game. You don't want that, I'm telling you. And I also don't have a problem with microtransactions that are reasonably priced. You know, if you're giving me a skin, and I could buy the skin for like, you know, 50p, you know, a pound, and I think the skin looks really nice and cool, I'll be like, yeah, maybe, sure. Me personally, I don't buy skins, but you know, if people were looking to buy skins at that price, I think that's reasonably priced, that's fine. One of the worries I have for Monster Hunter going forward is if this will happen, if we will get more of a games of service type of atmosphere, and I hope not. When it comes to this new game, they really need to work on this really good package, a really good core package with nice armors and weapons and a good number of monsters from launch and maps, and you know, very well balanced, and you know, for people to really enjoy. And yeah, if they want to add something on top, if they want some microtransactions for some skins and some weapon skins and other interesting features like music and stuff, yeah, sure, hell, go for it. you know, and make them reasonably priced as well. But you know, don't push so hard into this mobile centric type of monetization mindset. We don't need that, Monster, and it will definitely cause the franchise to really dissipate. But yeah, that's just me for today, guys. I hope you guys liked the video. You know, let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.